Okay, so I might not be the only one who thinks this. I know Shaq agrees with me. So if Shaq agrees with me, that is good enough. I know that's not a lot of things you can say that for, but for this situation, I'm going to use it to my advantage. How did Shea not win the MVP? The man had 30 points per game average, 50% from the field, led the league in steals per game. Back to back years, he's done 30 points and 50% from the field. I know it's not a 2 year thing, you look at. But the idea of only Michael Jordan has done something to that level, and also he led the league in steals per game with the number one seed, and it's like, oh, they have the same record. Win the division more. Okay, win your games in the division. If you can't win your games in the division, I'm sorry, you can't be the one seed. And also, Shea is leading the team who is having the best defense right now in the playoffs and one of the best defensive ratings in the entire NBA. I knew might be thinking the Timberwolves, they were number one. No, 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 no. It's the Thunder that's up there. And if you're talking about, like, okay, well, Jokic does all this, does more. First of all, last year, where were the Nuggets? In the championship, right? They won the title. Where were the Thunder last year? Not even in the playoffs. They were the ninth seed in the NBA just season overall. They barely beat the Pelicans in a great playing game, and they got cooked by the Timberwolves in the next game in the play. Didn't even make the playoffs. Didn't even do that. So they went from a 9 seed to a 1 seed led by Shai Gilgeous Alexander. And this guy's not an MVP. Any shot, I mean, he's super efficient. Good free throw stat. Let's look up the stats real quick. Let's get the stats up. I know Jokic led the league, is like second in the league in triple doubles. I can almost guarantee you that Luka's number one. So if you use that argument for Jokic, his stats are better. Guess what? Luka should have won the award then. Because clearly you don't care as much as about seeding than not. Excuse me. And also, Jokic is getting cooked right now, getting clamped up by Naz Reid and Karl Anthony Towns. His team can't score against the Timberwolves. They can't score. So it's like, okay, so this guy's supposed to be your dude? This guy's supposed to be it? And he didn't do good. I mean, he's okay against the Lakers, but it was mainly Jamal Murray, I would say. Jamal Murray is a very, very good player. He has a great team around him. His team has proved to be, his altitude's an advantage. I mean, like, you have a lot more things in his favor, I'd say, than Oklahoma City does. Shea has like 51 point, 30 point games, 51, 30-point games this year. He averages 30, just 30. And if you look at the season before, he improved in rebounds by almost a whole rebound, improved in assists pretty much by the entire assist. Again, led the league in steals per game, so he's a defender in the process. Let's get his stats specifically up real quick, because this is just ridiculous in my opinion. 53% from the field as a shooting guard, as a point guard. 53.5% from the field shooting as a point guard is ridiculous right now. That's just insane in my opinion. Third in the league in scoring. I mean, like, let's get his stats for you. Okay, let me find you. 53% from the field, 35% from three. That is not bad at all right there. That is one of his, that is a very high percentage for him. 87% free throw shooter. He gets a lot of free throws because he earns them, by the way. Best he's ever done in assists per game, 6.2. That's very good himself. He's a good facilitator. And it's not, first of all, the Nuggets don't have great facilitating. It's Jokic, Murray's okay. Then who else? Porter Jr. doesn't pass. Aaron Gordon's not known as that. And Caldwell Pope shoots threes. So it's like, the Timberwolves, I mean, the Thunder have J-Dub, who's a good facilitator. Josh Giddey, we've seen his passing. That's what he's mainly known for. He's a very good facilitator. Chet can make some passes. He's a good ball handler. And Lou Dort, he's a great defender. I mean, it's not like he's not a facilitator within himself, but he can swing the ball well. When's the last time you see Michael Porter Jr. swing the ball twice in the same possession? You don't see it. It usually doesn't even get to one. But, like, steals per game, 2 steals per game, a block, he averaged a block per game. And they're the 1 seed. And he's also one of the most clutch players in the league. A game on the line, he was making shots against the Knicks, made shots against the Nuggets, made shots against the Clippers, made shots against the Timberwolves. Any team you wanted him to make a shot against, he was making it. Game on the line, who do you want the ball? Shai Gilgeous Alexander is getting the ball. Other guy mention. Luka Doncic, if it wasn't for Shai, should have, I would say, if it's not Shai, it should have been Luka. 34, 9, and 8 on the year. 4 or 5 seed in the West. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I preferably say that I think they're stayed around the same seed as they were last year. No, they didn't even make the playoffs last year. They didn't even make the playoffs. He could have won it. Only reason I say Shai would be better was one, he got the 1 seed, I would say. I think he's a better defender than Luka is. I think he has the ball less times than Luka does. So the stats will be skewed a little bit. But it's not like Jokic doesn't get the ball every single play like Luka does. Not like he doesn't do anything like that. And Luka still averaged more points and got more assists than he does. And even in the second round, he played 1 game and he sucked, but he's still doing better than Jokic. Like, what are we talking about? Nuggets have a better team, but a better supporting cast around him, and they did not get the 1 seed because of Shai. Because of Shai. If they win 1 game against the Thunder, they get the 1 seed, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't get that. They couldn't get an extra win because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is just that good. Should have got the 1 seed. I mean, should have got the MVP, but I guess we got to get it in the finals. I guess we got to do that instead. 5-0 these playoffs, held everyone under 100 points. This is the best team in the NBA. You might be talking about the Timberwolves. It's going to be a lot like Gonzaga, Baylor in 2020. People are going to be focusing on this Timberwolves team. People are focusing on Boston's team, focusing on them, focus on the Knicks. And then they're the Gonzagas that everyone's focused on, an undefeated team that was really, really good. And then out of nowhere, Baylor came up that was 32-2 and whooped the crap out of them in the title game. It's going to be like that, but for NBA. No one's talking about the Thunder team like they should be. And we give them credit. They're too young. They're inexperienced. And we're going to beat the Mavericks, and we're going to beat the Timberwolves, and then we're going to beat Boston in the championship game. And I'm sorry. If you like what I'm hearing, then keep listening and agree. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but you got to get used to it. Join the bandwagon. I've been on this bandwagon for 6 years. If you want to join now, come on now. We still got room. But don't be cheering for us in the finals whenever we got that trophy. And the MVP that Shai's holding is for the finals and Western Conference Player of the Year with a title win in his left hand and the finals MVP in his right. And we got to crown him as the best player in the NBA right now. I'm sorry when that happens. It'll be too full on the bandwagon. Let's go, Shai. He didn't win the MVP right this year. Should have. He finished second. Should have won it. But I guess we got to go do it in the finals. Let's go Thunder. Thunder up, baby. Shai should have won MVP. But God loves you. God bless y'all. Have a great day.